at the end of the meeting yesterday, the fellowship, someone announced that Joe Biden had dropped out of the 2024 race and embraced Harris. And so I'm like, what? No, it had been rumored or said that he would be over the weekend, but they've been saying that the last few weekends. So apparently he's finally done it. Joe Biden is no longer running as for another term as president. So Biden dropped out of the 2024 race and embraced Harris. This is from NBC. It was reported yesterday that Biden is dropping out of the 2024 presidential election. In a letter posted on X, Biden stated that he will be withdrawn from the race and will endorse Kamala Harris to replace him as the new Democratic nominee. Watch this from NBC.
A sharp turn for history. As President Biden announced at 1:46 p.m., there would be no last campaign for him. I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. Then, in a separate statement, the president embraced his vice president. I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year. A move that attempts to blunt any effort to open the nomination process before the August convention. The president had praised Harris in a press conference that was intended in part to settle doubts about his candidacy.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
Amazing. So I want to say this to you, then I go to the callers. The Democrats are up to something that somehow or another we're not seeing clearly. I'm not seeing clearly. I say me. I speak for me. I'm not seeing clearly. But I do know that the Democratic Party is desperate, hunger and thirsting after for staying in power. They want to stay in power because they have caused so much damage and they have so much control over we the people in America. And they have not done one thing for America, but they are desperate to stay in power, and they would do anything necessary, no matter what it is, as long as it's wrong, to stay in power. And so all this little game back and forth, Biden going to resign, he's not going to resign, Biden is resigning, Biden is not resigning, all this stuff. And then when Biden did the debate with President Trump, the Great White Hope, the Democrats pretended they just discovered that he was having some type of mental issue going on. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be mental. He forgets and look crazy and fall down and stumble. They pretend they just discovered that during the debate. Everybody else saw it. We all saw it, but the liberal media and the Democrat representative. And then, so they pretended they were trying to pressure him to resign. And he was saying, no, I'm standing. You gonna love me? I ain't going nowhere. And you gonna love me. He pretended that. And then he, and so they got him in, and he's supposed to be running, and all of a sudden, he gonna quit, and then say he endorses Kamala Harris, a woman who said in a debate with him that Joe Biden was a racist. And she remembers some little girl on the school bus, some little black girl on the school bus. I want you to stay away from anger. I mean, I don't want you to, but I'm encouraging you to. It's up to you to want to. Stay away from anger. Because in all honesty, this thing is not over until we're all voted in November. And then once it's all voted, all counted, we'll know who they say the president is, next president is, right? But it's not over. And the Democrats are evil, wicked, desperate for power and wealth, and they have learned that they can get away with things. And so I urge you, pay attention, but don't be emotional about it. Don't get angry because however this thing turned out in November, you'll be ready to accept. I mean, not overreact to whatever it is. Not accept, but not overreact. Because they want you to. And come November, if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, you're going to overreact, and that's what they want too. They'll lock you down so fast it makes your head swim. So be aware. I know a whole lot of folks have voted for the Great White Hope, Donald Trump. But don't count your eggs before they hatch. All right? Have a way to see about all things, about life, period. But especially this coming election. Especially this coming election. Because it ain't over. And these Democrats are up to something. The liberal media and the Democrats are up to something that I'm not seeing clearly through what it is, but I know it's something. They played a game on us. They're not all, I just don't believe Barack Obama all back into it. And he ain't no president no more. But he's all into it too. Nancy Pelosi and all of them, they're teaming up and pretend to be going against Biden and all that. It's an act. Something is going on. Mark my word, it ain't what you see. It's not what you see. So don't just assume. Assume. Never assume that the President Trump is going to win in November. I don't care how many votes out there, how much money he raised, how much they try to shoot at him or whatever. Don't assume that he's going to win. Have a way to see. You vote for him, you support him, but don't assume that he got it all locked up. Because these people are serious about power. People who are into power.
She knows she's still the boss.
People who are into power, they are serious about power. Even on a lower scale, and not just government in a big way, but think about the people in your life. Your mother. Your mother is serious about power. She has control of your father. She has control of you, your brothers and sisters for so long. And to go to her and say, I'm sorry for resenting you. I'm free now. You think you're free? I forgive you. And you ain't going nowhere. Egotistical people love power. But you're seeing it in a big way in the government. You're just seeing it in a big way. And the fight that's going on behind the scenes, I, no one except the people involved, and the people who are aware of those who are involved, have the depth, know the depths of how serious the fight is for power. All right, so just a little warning. You're not seeing what's really, really going on. And I just don't want you to be, when I say I want you to be, you should be encouraged not to be so set up and unconscious that you just assume Donald Trump is going to win the Great White Hope. And then if he doesn't, you're going to be stunned, you're going to be angry, you're going to overreact. You will regret it. And when you overreact, ain't nobody coming to save you. The people who were cheering you on to be angry, cheering you on to overreact. Right on, I know how you feel. Go get them. When you get locked down, those people ain't coming for you. They're not coming to help you at all. I see a lot of, I don't see them, but I hear a lot of people on the internet. They're like so tough. They just say all stupid stuff. And they don't care what YouTube say or what anyone say. They just say what they want, right? They're brave. And then they have the weak people behind them encourage them. Yes, say what you want. Do what you want. Don't forget about YouTube or whomever. And then they get kicked off of YouTube. Oh, but they were working to save America. They love America. And they get kicked off. And the last people that help them get back on or around when they need them are the ones that encourage them to be stupid. Those people ain't around to help you no more. They were never your friends. What you really don't know, and I understand it. I used to be blind like that too. What you really don't know, you have no friends. You have no family members. Yes, you came from a word called family. Yes, you have a dad and a mama called family, brother, sister, but they don't care about you, period. I can't tell you the story of men and women who woke up, spiritually woke up, really woke up. And the first thing they did was went to their family members and were trying to encourage them to wake up, wake up. You're asleep, forgive. And their family turned on them. They built armies against them. And now they have no one. They never had them in the beginning, but family members have turned on them. Human beings. I am telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. Human nature, human beings are evil. They have no love. They have zero love. Nobody on this earth, nobody loved nobody. And every human being is 2 hoops and a holler from becoming Jeffrey Dahmer. Every human being. That boy that was accused of shooting President Trump and killing another man that was in the audience, and he went up on this rooftop, they say, according to the report. Every human being is 2 hoops and a holler from doing that. Anyone, I promise you that you could bank on it. Anyone that has anger is a murderer. Anyone, and everyone has anger until they forgive, and God will forgive them and take the spirit of anger away from them. But anyone that has anger cannot be trusted. I don't care who it is, how close you're supposed to be or not, husbands or wives. Look how bad husbands and wives treat each other. They have anger. They don't have love for one another. What the? So I'm just telling you, watch out. Don't overreact. Be aware. Don't assume that the Republicans got this wrapped up. Because even if they got it wrapped up, if they have it wrapped up, the Democrats ain't playing. The Democrats ain't playing. They ain't going nowhere. And you going to love them. They want powerful. They want to make. Just think about the things, the power they have had the last 3.5 years or so. The borders are wide open, but they tell you the borders are closed. It's not that bad. Economy is bad, but they tell you, no, we help the economy. They ain't put one dime in the economy, right? The crime is through the roof. I went into one of those Save-On-like stores, drugstores. I forgot what they call now. Drugstores. And it was CVS, thank you. And it was when you go up and down the aisles looking at the shelves trying to find your item. They had rows and rows of shelves totally empty. Nothing there. Nothing. Everything was taken away. So I'm like, what the? Where's the merchandise? They said, well, the people come in every day. And they take it and just walk away. And they were telling me that some people park their cars out there because you allow by law to steal or take up to $1,000, near $1,000, whatever. And they'll come in and take the $1,000 worth of stuff and go and put it in their car and come back and take another $1,000 worth of merchandise. And the only thing the workers do is sit back and watch it happen. And then when you go into the store and you go into the store to buy your product, and there's nothing there for you. The Democrats are desperate. They have caused all these things to happen by changing the rules. They changed the law to protect the criminal and then lock up the good citizens. Amazing, huh? But anyway, remember this talk. Stay away from anger. Never assume. Always have a wait-and-see attitude about everything. That including when you're going to forgive. Don't assume that they're going to react or not react. They're going to understand or not react. Understand. They don't need to understand. You understand. But having a wait-and-see about all that. Just what's wrong with waiting and seeing? Tell me about why you got to be thinking about tomorrow. Why do you have to be thinking about who will I be if I lose my false identity, the ego? Why you have to think about that? Take no thought for tomorrow.